Well, it's time for a answer to Cassette Master's question about his BSR turntable he just bought for $5 at a garage sale. I can answer your question for you. It's very simple, so we'll do it all in one take. We'll get through the whole thing in one take, and I won't do any editing and just answer your question with a video response. Here's a similar BSR turntable. In fact, they were all pretty much the same. They just changed the cosmetics of it. So that's how yours basically looks. And you know the basics of this. Take this little cover plate off by removing it very carefully around these little rubber grommets that hold it in place, because otherwise you'll bend it, and then once you've bent it, it's not nice and straight anymore. It looks a bit horrible. Remove the circlip. I've already done all of this, so just remove the little circlip from around the bottom there. Remove the turntable, like so. Then underneath this will look very familiar. All of these things, as they come apart, by the way, may have seized because of all the grease that's gone. All the grease is probably disintegrated. These turntables from the 70s were notorious for that. They always seized up. So just sort of edge it out and lift it up, otherwise you'll bend the plates and everything. Two things have happened to you. Firstly, the auto change mechanism is going slow and seizing purely because, and once again I've pulled this apart already, remove the circlip from the center, then you'll probably find you'll have a lot of trouble getting this off its post. I've been caught with this before. Don't prise it off too roughly, because otherwise the center post will bend and then it's stuffed. All these turntables are made really cheaply. Just remove it from the center post like that. Once you take it off, it'll take a while to get off. Maybe WD-40 it or something just to leave it for a while. Take it off. Underneath you'll find the cam here, which is what moves in and out according to the underneath section of this plate. See that there? Just tells the arm where to go and where to rest down, all that sort of thing. Take that off. Remove all the grease from in here. It's all seized up and horrible. This little cam here, this is the thing that floats in and out to tell the arm when it gets to the center of the record that it's come to the end and needs to lift up and come off. So it's sort of like an auto change trip mechanism. This one's not too bad. I haven't refurbished this turntable, so it's not too bad, but it is pretty well seized in some respects. So remove the cam, remove all the grease and everything, and then re-grease everything. It's got to be that sort of slightly thick grease, not the sewing oil grease or anything. It's too thin, because otherwise it'll just run out and get into everything underneath. Once that's done, that should be about it for that. Then replace all of that back on top, and once it's been all cleaned, of course it should move nice and freely. Of course, remembering to locate this cam here with my little finger back into the track underneath. The only way I usually be able to do it is to line it up so that this cam to the far end is where this is lined up here. Put it back on the post, and then with your finger underneath the cam, just push that until it falls down into the track here as you push it back down. The center pin here, center section, just take all these washers and things off and everything, put them back in exactly the same order, but once again remove all the grease and then re-grease it up and all that sort of thing. That should free all that up. That should fix your auto change section. And over here, as you said, your idler wheel, the rubber looks really good. All that's probably happened is, once again, you'll have to lift this rubber wheel off, clean out all the grease, put fresh grease back in again, and it's probably just slipping underneath the turntable. The combination of this here, the center post all rough and seized up, plus all of this seized up, is probably all it is. That's all that ever seems to be wrong with these BSR turntables, otherwise they're quite good. I hope that helps. There was a rushed version, just coming up to 5 minutes, but there you go. Basically, they get seized up. You've got to remove all the cams and all the bits and pieces. Put them all back in the same order with fresh grease, and then lubricate them and move them around. And that's about it. It should work fine. They're not very complicated. There's nothing to them. I hope that helps, and talk to you soon. Bye.